Reports of gay bashing are up 30% in America, largely due to AIDS paranoia. Concern over this issue and others produced vocal outcries against a new TV drama which exploited the AIDS issue. C.A.N's Patrick Henry explains.
This episode of NBC Television's Midnight Caller aired nationally this December, despite protest against the program's depiction of a San Francisco bisexual man with AIDS, who knowingly spreads the disease through sexual contact with women. The plot falsely emphasizes the inability of city police and health officials to control this man and the disease.
I think that he is knowingly infecting people. I want to get him off the street.
Jack, I am up to my eyeballs in cases. I can't take additional police time with this. Call the Board of Health, give them a name.
What are they going to do? What the hell happened in this town, man?
This provokes sympathy for the principal characters as they resort to vigilantism to stop the AIDS villain.
Kelly from Pacific Heights. Talk to me, Kelly.
Jack, I met you in a bar a week ago.
Yeah, I remember.
You're nice to me, Jack.
You told me to get tested. And I did. I tested positive.
That guy you were looking for? I don't remember where you can find him.
Okay, thanks, Kelly. Now just hold on while I do this, okay?
I don't know.
Hey, Mike, say goodbye to the girl.
If you don't mind my asking.
She pleased me for a moment.
Right. You know what puzzles me? Just how did you manage to live this long?
The night the program aired, protesters who requested that local NBC affiliate KRON Channel 4 not present this episode for fear of spreading its message of anti-AIDS, anti-gay vigilantism culminated months of demonstrations by storming the broadcast studios. 10 protesters were arrested. But there is a lot more to this story. The city's elected officials were actively involved in facilitating production on this irresponsible exploitation of San Francisco citizens filmed here at this studio. Last October, the Board of Supervisors passed legislation to create a position called Film Coordinator in the Office of the Mayor to solicit Hollywood production companies by simplifying permit procedures. The purpose of the film legislation was twofold: to gain significant economic, social, and cultural benefits for the city's residents and businesses, and to promote the city's image to potential tourists. Less than 2 weeks later, a gala reception was held in the mayor's office to mark not only the bill's signing, but also the official welcome by the city to the new Midnight Caller series. The mayor, seen here with producer and cast as shown in film industry magazine Q, told the assembled press that film production offers, quote, significant economic spin-off for our hotels and restaurants. And when people see San Francisco on TV or in the theater, it will remind them that we are a great vacation spot, unquote. No sooner was the ink from the mayor's signature dry when a script from the Midnight Caller AIDS episode was leaked to the gay community. Local gay and AIDS activists were outraged. They began picketing the filming locations and demanded the script be rewritten or canceled altogether.
basic problem is the script still misrepresents people who are infected and people who have HIV disease. And at this stage, there is no room for exploitation. There is no room for sensationalizing the epidemic for the sake of sensational television.
Activists feared an increase in gay bashing and anti-gay violence, already at an alarming rate since the AIDS epidemic began. With the help of Robin Ekman, the mayor's newly appointed film coordinator, gay groups met with the show's producers, but were able to get only minor script changes. Most notable being that the AIDS villain was no longer hunted down and shot to death, but hunted down and nearly shot. This entire experience has left bad feelings in the gay community toward the Midnight Caller series, NBC, KRON-TV, and especially the mayor for failing to provide any leadership to help deal with the situation. But did this episode achieve the purposes set forth by the board and mayor's film legislation? What about the promotion of the city's image? Does this portrayal of San Francisco with an uncontrollable AIDS epidemic and rampant with murderers and vigilante violence bring tourists to the city?
Now, I don't know what you think out there, San Francisco, but I think that this guy ought to be off the streets. Only there's no way to do it. The cops don't have the right, the public health service doesn't have the authority. There is no way to legally stop this man.
I've been waiting for you.
Maybe my luck's changed.
I'd say that.
Kelly!
What about the revenue generated by this episode and its economic benefits to the city's residents and businesses? C.A.N. contacted the mayor's film coordinator, and she told us that this one episode generated about $700,000 for the city. When pressed for a breakdown of the amount, she admitted she had no figures. C.A.N. learned that there was no process set up to determine real city and business revenues from these programs. It was revealed that no San Francisco hotels were used during the film crew's stay. We discovered that meals were catered, but not by a San Francisco firm, but by a firm located in Oakland, which was chosen by the crew from a list supplied to them by the film coordinator herself. So many are asking the question, at what cost and for how long will we allow the city of San Francisco, its citizens and its image to be exploited by Hollywood for ratings and profits?